Are you ready for your next pinball machine? Call Flippin' Out now and choose from the newest and hottest pinball machines from Jersey Jack Pinball, Stern Pinball, Chicago Gaming Company, and American Pinball. Flippin' Out also offers the Escalera stair climbing hand truck. Visit now at flippinoutpinball.com. The wait is over. A revolution in LED lighting for your pinball is finally here. Fully customizable, full spectrum lighting from Stdtm Lights. Order yours now at pinstadium.com. Check out Pin Graphics for the latest and greatest in pinball enhancements. Power blades, blade skins, pin blades, and even more. Visit pingraphics.com now to see what's available for your pinball machine. Marco Specialties, same-day shipping, accessible website, exceptional customer service, and with over 50,000 different pinball parts in stock, Marco Specialties is a must for every pinball enthusiast and operator. Treat your pinball machine right by visiting marcospec.com now.
All right, let's kick this shit.
Howdy partners, this is Zach and Greg from Straight Down the Middle of Pinball Show. We are coming not live from Greg's basement here to review a pinball machine based on an old film with the tagline that Greg lives by, and that is, "There's no place like home." You see what I did there?
This is amazingly accurate.
We're going to review The Wizard of Oz by Jersey Jack Pinball.
I actually need some ruby red slippers so that I can get the home as quick as possible. Clickety clank, I'm back home.
Clickety clank.
That's what I need.
If you were one of the Wizard of Oz characters, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, or the Scarecrow, who do you think you would be?
I'm not scared of anything but germs and carcinogens.
Yeah, right. We listed off everything you're scared of.
Which are germs and carcinogens.
And anything, well, no, anything foreign that's placed on a couch or in a carpet.
Which would be carcinogens.
No.
And germs.
Lead. How'd you feel when I brought my t-shirt and put it on there, or my jacket?
Germs.
Oh. You're scared of the world. You're the Cowardly Lion.
Kind of hard. Yeah, out of all of them, it would probably have to be the Cowardly Lion. I would definitely have to give that. You are a heartless person, so
I'm the Tin Man.
I definitely think Tin Man is.
You know, at a work skit, I did play the Tin Man.
I can understand why they picked you.
A little uptight.
I can definitely see why they picked
Needs
you.
a little oil.
It needs a little
loosen
oil.
up a little bit.
Very much so.
I'd like to think I'm the wizard. No. I tell her how it is. I'm not fake. He's kind of fake.
Yeah, he's fine. You're
one of those.
You're either Dorothy or the or the Tin Man. You take your pick.
I'm a bit dramatic, aren't I, Julie Garland? Okay, I think you know what I think.
Iron Maiden sucks. What do we do? I hate this theme. Gosh, jolly gee guys.
I was trying to think of a comeback, but you're one of the winged monkeys, is what you are.
Damn straight, flying in with some rage.
Always weird looking. Okay, we're gonna review Wizard of Oz. Now we've reviewed every other Jersey Jack machine, but we've not reviewed a Wizard of Oz yet.
Very true. And we had a lot of people call for it over the
we have
years.
This is Jersey Jack's first machine.
Yes.
First produced machine.
Yes.
They kind of went in the hole. They sold these things really cheap at first, lost their ass.
Yes.
They're still selling them today.
Yes.
It is Jersey Jack Pinball's cornerstone pinball machine that they will sell forever.
Very much so. Very much so.
Oh, it's not for me. Well, God forbid.
There.
What does it say?
Straight out of the middle. It's a t-shirt.
It's a show the people.
It's a t-shirt.
Show the people.
It's a t-shirt. They get pumped when we're filming.
That's the lesser of the artistic two.
This is very, very true.
Audrey's an artist. This one.
Yeah. This one's leaves some things to be desired in the art department.
But we love them anyway.
But she is very kind.
Did she spell straight right? Nope.
Nope.
That's the typical
Straight
bone.
down the middle.
Typical bone kid right there.
Straight down the middle. Y'all.
I'm just messing
What,
with
Daddy?
you.
It's the way I talk.
We love your kids.
Straight down the middle.
So let's go to me doing some overview. Now, I don't know how much I'm going to get into the rules because they are really tough, and it would take me probably a 40-minute video just in an overview to do the rules. Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that. But first, here's me with an overview of Wizard of Oz. All right, the Wizard of Oz. Let's go over this beauty. This thing is jam-packed. Feels like you're really in the world of Oz. Left to right, we got typical slings and your in lanes, very normal. The out lanes is where it gets a little hairy. And over here, you have a pop bumper that can hit targets or exit north or south. Stand up for the crystal ball. And then you have the crystal ball entrance. Let's see if we can get to that there. Right through the spinner. It loops around. Goes into the VUC. Displays your mode. Crystal ball mode. Habit trail. Left flipper. 3 pop bumpers. Orbit goes all the way around and back out. You do have a third flipper in this game, which is responsible for the witch shot, as well as the pop bumpers. Or sometimes you can bank it to hit that drop target. Drop target goes down, goes into the VUC, up into the castle. Castle has a flipper, doors that open that you can enter, and a loop around the back. Ramp goes up, comes around, through Munchkin Land, and back to the left flipper. This is also a physical ball lock. Lock 3 balls in there to start multi-ball. There's a diverter right there that can divert it into Munchkin Land, where you try to hit consecutive loops to complete these modes. Okay, drops down. There is a magnet there as well. There's a magnet in the back, and there's a magnet under the witch. Typical 2-lane rollovers up top. A sling acts as a pop bumper. Exit to the right. You can go behind the flipper on this game to collect horse of a different color. Saucer / scoop on Oz. And that's about it. Okay. So really quick, what each section is responsible for. If you want a good thing, a good set of rules, go watch Carl D'Angelo. I think he did one on his IE Pinball Twitch stream or YouTube. There's no way I'll be able to explain all the rules of this game. But very quickly, rollovers. Each character will light your lock. Lock is the ramp shot. Alright. Outlane. If you drain, hit all 5 targets. There's a 4 or 5 stage rescuing of your ball. Toto. If you roll over all 4 rollovers on the drain, you start a rescue mode to try to retrieve that drained ball. That's an easy one. That's an impossible one. Alright, crystal ball modes. You go up through there. There's different modes for the crystal ball, such as weak flippers, etc., etc. You do have to get through all of those modes to progress toward melting the witch. Pop bumpers, that is a skill shot that you can short plunge and hit with the right flipper. Upper right flipper. There's 2 targets back in there that are for the winged monkey. Right? Winged monkey is when you validate that, you can hit the orbit. It'll stick on the magnet. A winged monkey will come down out of the castle, pick up the ball, and take it back up and lock it physically. Alright, you'll also progress through the yellow brick road by hitting the orbits. Left orbit or right orbit. See? Okay. The witch, and if I'm missing something, I'm sorry. The witch, you battle, I think 3 times, and then you go into Fireball Frenzy. Fireball Frenzy, you need toward melting the witch. That castle up top, mini playfield, is where you qualify and start rescue multi-ball. Once up there, you spell out rescue and hit it into the loop, I believe. To lock that ball, you do that 3 times. And you start rescue multi-ball, or something like that. That, where the winged monkey picked up the ball, he throws it out the door there, and it enters into the mini playfield. Alright, right ramp is also these different modes right here, which are Welcome to Munchkin Land, Munchkin Frenzy, Lollipop Lullaby, and Munchkin Multi-Ball. If you hit them around consecutively enough, the house will spin with it, and you'll defeat her there. Okay. It's, Oz is like a mystery award. What else did I not tell you? A lot of hurry-ups in this game. I think it's about it. Are you cowardly lion, you? Let's start the ratings process. We lay out every single category. Art, shots layout, rules and code, toys and innovation, music and callouts, display and animation, theme, and enjoyability. Alright, Greg, what are you going to give art?
Yeah, I don't know what I did. I give it.
Here's your score sheet.
I gave it an A.
Because, what do you like about the art of Wizard of Oz?
I like the cabinet.
Because that is a high rating, my friend.
I like the cabinet. I like the, you know, the kind of the middle of it. You get your witch down at the bottom. Then it's kind of almost a blank canvas up through the middle in a sort.
Not a whole lot, but good colors that do pop.
But then up top, there's really good color. A couple of characters.
Bottom 2/3 you have red, and we don't see that a lot on pinball machines.
No,
I mean you don't see a lot of red on.
You know, and I think there's a misconception to have good art and to have a good artistic layout that you just need it crammed full of characters and everything. I think as long as you have a good cohesive color palette and everything is going well, that you can still give art a high rating. Now we're kind of bare going up through the middle a little bit, but then you've got some art up top.
Yellow brick road that wraps around right in the middle.
Right in the middle, yes, which is, again...
that is almost a character in that film.
Very much so.
The Yellow Brick Road.
But you got good color cohesion. Everything is nice there.
As characters.
The characters up top, yeah.
You almost have so much in this game that there's not much left on the playfield.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room for art. I think that if you did art, if you graphically overloaded it with scenes from the movie or anything else, it would be a sensory overload because, like you said, the toys, the upper playfields, all that, there's so much there that it would all almost blend together too much, and the toys and elements wouldn't stand out.
There is a richness to that playfield, to the printing of that art.
Very
I think
much
it's
so.
A Miracle playfield, but
yeah,
very rich.
Yeah.
I like
the Hobbit's like that too.
Oh, absolutely,
very rich.
Absolutely. So the cabinet speaks without having to say much. If you go up and look at a Wizard of Oz cabinet, that thing's pretty. It's just really pretty on that head of the cabinet. You got the characters.
Very much.
Really, really pretty stuff. And even the back glass, there's not much there, but it is mirrored stars.
Yes.
And it says Wizard of Oz in that text.
Still looks very good.
It's just very elegant looking.
I agree.
This pen is very elegant looking, and it's a lot of it is because of the art.
Yes.
Even on the Emerald Edition, even the apron is a wood apron. Yes. You got all the signatures in green.
But very pretty.
Very pretty. What I like about my favorite part of the art. When you think of Wizard of Oz, what's the coolest thing? You think of that nasty old Wicked Witch of the West. Down at the bottom, the flippers are slippers
Yes.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Slippers.
Flippers are slippers. So you've got that witch, and she's like being zapped by these flippers, which are physical, and they are your flippers.
Yeah, which the toppers on them are. I love it.
But it is a good look right down there by the good old drain hole.
I agree.
Okay, so I went A-. I think is a solid score. It's nothing over the top crazy like best art package I've seen.
No,
but it is deserved of an A. Let's move on to shots and layout, my friend. How are you on shots and layout? Because this is the area that I have the most concern with Wizard of Oz.
I gave it a B.
See, I feel like it's kind.
It is in a sense.
People love shooting this game.
Yes, though. I still kind of like the way it shoots, but it's kind of all over the place. Like I'm not mad about the layout. It's very different. And I'm glad that there's a different direction with it. But there's not really any shots that feel good.
I don't know. For me, Greg, the best shot of the game is actually that little munchkin flipper. The little flipper that if you hit on the mini playfield to the right, if you hit it hard enough, it loops around twice.
Yeah.
If you hit it hard enough, hold the flipper up, and it'll loop around one more time.
Yeah.
That's kind of satisfying-ish.
Actually, I do think that is satisfying.
Otherwise, yeah, you're right. I feel like this game, I gave it a C. You were to B, I'm going to C. And it's because I feel like this game is essentially 2 shots up the middle. You got your drop target Vuck, and you got your ramp.
I agree.
Now, you can go for the orbits, and you're going to have to go for the orbits.
I agree.
They're hard to hit, they're not satisfying, and the most hated part of this pin for me is those stupid outlanes. Like, I cannot stand that left blimp or that hot air balloon outlane. Like, I just feel like I'm struggling and battling this pin so much for a wide body in the bottom 2/3 that it's always draining. It teases me with No Place Like Home because nobody ever completes that 5-step.
That's the thing. They give you that ball save, and it's a difficult ball save.
Yeah, you don't have any control in this game.
No.
I just don't. I don't like the way it shoots.
The only time that I ever play this game is in a home setting because it takes my money at $1 a play. It takes my money too much on location to play because of those outlanes.
The mini playfield they're terrific.
They are good. There's a lot going.
There's a lot of fun to it. But does it shoot great? The layout? No, I can't say it does. Then again, I don't know, to play the devil's advocate, I don't know what else you would do if your engineering team said, or Jack Guarini said, here's all the stuff we're putting in it. Like, I don't know how you do a layout that incorporates all that stuff.
I like the layout.
It makes sense, but I don't like shooting it.
I don't either. I like the layout. I like the way it looks. I like the ballsiness of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just
I don't even like that right scoop, the Oz scoop. I don't even like that. I don't even like the spinner to the crystal ball. I don't like
it. Yeah, it's okay.
The orbits through the pops is all right.
I don't know.
It doesn't. I don't.
It's something. The rainbow targets.
You know what's crazy? I would rather shoot a Hobbit.
Oh, I'd rather shoot a Hobbit.
Now that goes against what a lot of people say.
No, I'd rather shoot a Hobbit.
Floaty Hobbits. There's nothing to do. You got a couple ramps. You got all these drop targets. There's nothing to do. I'd rather shoot a Hobbit. I feel like I have more control.
I do feel like I have more control in Hobbit.
I feel like I'm shooting what I'm trying to shoot for more. I don't feel like I'm battling the pin. And there are tough pins that I like to shoot.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
this is just a tough pin that I don't like to shoot.
Yeah, I agree. It's like a Ghostbusters, but not as unfair.
That's not as fun as Ghostbusters.
No, I agree.
Yeah. I like the magnet under the witch.
Yeah.
The third flipper, what am I using it for?
Yeah.
Like, again,
get some of those rainbow targets.
People complain about Hobbit having that third flipper, right? Shooting nowhere. But I think this is equally the same. I mean, you're shooting the witch, which is cool when you're melting her.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you sure as hell aren't going to shoot into those pops because that is dangerous.
Very much.
Nope. This is my downside. Sorry.
I can agree.
I'm shitting on this, but this is where it's down.
Not as bad.
let's pump it back up and talk about the rules and code by Keith Johnson, master of rules and journeys. What better than Wizard of Oz? That's a journey.
Now you went a little higher than me on this.
I did.
I like the rules, but at the same time, I feel that that it's not easily explainable when you walk up to it. I think that it takes a little bit, like, it's just kind of all over the place. There's not.
That's a good point.
That's
a good point.
If that makes.
No, you're right. It is confusing.
Yes.
I've owned it twice.
I never really know what's going on.
Yeah, I'm confused about the rules.
Yeah, and there's probably somebody that's gonna be like, "Oh, they're easy. Let me explain it to you."
No, yeah. But I can guarantee there will not be, because this thing is so deep. That's what I love about it. I gave it an A.
I do like the depth. I'm gonna B.
You're at a B. I think it's fair. It is confusing, but boy, oh boy, there's so much to do.
There is.
This thing, if you see the flowchart map of this is like one of Keith Johnson's. It's not Lord of the Rings, but it's getting close. This might be his second Simpsons. I like this code better than Simpsons. I think this might be his second best code set ever.
I don't like Simpsons.
Ever. There's a lot to do. Wizard modes are cool. You'll never get to somewhere over the rainbow, which is always intriguing when you have a wizard mode you will not get to. You're trying to get the rescue multi-ball. You're trying to get the regular multi-ball. You're trying to destroy the witch. You're trying to get through the Munchkin land. There are so many different things you can do, and it's not linear.
No.
You got frenzies going off. You got...
Yeah.
It almost... The
but it
code
adds
is
to
what
the
keeps it
confusion,
coming back.
son.
Oh, yeah,
I think that's some of the problem.
I've not used my status report and status screen more on any game than I do Wizard of Oz.
I can agree with that.
I never know where the hell I'm at. I'm like, I'm at Fireball Frenzy. Where am I at right now?
What did I complete? What did I do? Where am I into?
I have to still get Dorothy, capture Dorothy, and now I got to get my rescue.
Yeah.
So I think I rated an A, but I think it is, if it was a little more coherent, it would be a pinball.
It almost needs a little bit, like, it's good not to have linear. People don't like linear, but it almost needs to be a little more linear in a sense.
I mean, it kind of is, because a lot of your different categories, you're going to go through Fireball Frenzy, and then you've got, it's like, it's basically, it's like 6 ladders everywhere. But and you got to go up them and let it. Yeah, I know. All right, let's move on to, so rules and code, we both like it. You're at a B, I'm at an A. I think it's damn near a masterpiece. Oh, toys and innovation. You ready to say this? 1, 2, 3.
A plus.
Is there a more packed pinball machine?
No.
No.
It is fantastic.
27-inch screen.
Yes.
Tornado.
Yes.
Spinning house with feet that fall out.
Monkey
that picks up the ball.
Yes.
It's got a castle in it.
Yes.
It's got 3-dimensional pop bumper trees.
Yes.
It's got a crystal ball that projects an image.
Yes.
It's got a lit LED or a laser lit WAS thing. It's got rollovers.
Yes.
Which is kind of cool. It's got a pop bumper in the drain that you can come out of.
Whole arc of stand-ups.
Right?
Like
it's got a witch that comes out of the playfield.
Yes. And you the ball save that you need to bang the hell out of to try to get to be able to attempt to do that.
It's got a topper.
Yes.
It's got powder like it is loaded down.
There's really, like, it doesn't even touch it. Like, dialed in doesn't even touch it.
It doesn't.
At all.
You're absolutely right.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. And this thing weighs a ton.
Yes.
Because of all of those things. It's got drop target. It's got, I'm trying to think what else this thing has. It's got wire forms. Yeah, this thing is loaded.
Yes.
Loaded down. So
at the time, that was a hell of a bang for the buck.
Oh, like, the Munchkin housing where the ball locks.
Yeah.
Physical ball lock.
Oh, yeah.
That's another toy.
Yep. It is
the most jam-packed pinball machine of all time. And more so than Twilight Zone.
Yes.
Don't you think?
I think so, honestly, yeah.
I do too.
It is very, very much. Twilight Zone, some of their stuff may be a little more...
They got the gumball and they got the
interactive magnets. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's not... Twilight Zone, it's got so many little unique places for the ball to go.
Subways
I think that you end up... You think about that, but you don't really think about the toys.
Wizard of Oz doesn't have a subway, so all of your stuff is on the top there. Yep. The most loaded pinball machine, maybe the most beautiful pinball machine.
Knock on the door.
What was that? I think this is a top 3 beautiful pinball machine.
Easily.
Woo-wee.
You know it too.
It might be, man.
It is fun though. That house starts spinning.
And then her feet come out when you defeat it?
It is wicked, dude. Like,
fitting. Music and call-outs. Speaking of...
Both an A on that.
We're both an A. I think they're fantastic. I love the custom call-outs by the witch.
Yes.
So that was an actress or somebody that voiced that. I don't know who it was. Maybe it was somebody at JJP. But They did all those witch, and
they sound good.
I can't tell a difference.
No, I can't
that sounds
either.
like a witch.
It sounds, yeah, it's very, very good.
All the music, I love the music.
Yeah.
It all fits the general theme perfectly.
Yes.
To Wizard of Oz.
Yes. It encompasses the film, the screenshots, everything else, all the sounds. It is very good. Music's
good. Call-outs are good. Whenever you get into multi-ball or something exciting, the volume escalates. That's a Keith Johnson thing, how he did in Lord of the Rings. Call-outs are good. I like the little guy that pops up during multi-ball. He's like, it's all right, and then the doors pound open. Multi-ball.
That's one of the greatest. That's a really good multi-ball beginning. Yeah, it really is.
Even a rescue multi-ball where they go take her, and then the shot comes up of Dorothy being carried off, and she screams.
How great is it? Like when the witch is like
the broom. Yeah. Or I'm melting, everything dies.
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity.
It's so good.
What a cruel, cruel world.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really
I want this game now that we're talking about it. I just never like shooting it.
If the price point was a little lower and it could stay in a collection, it's a nice game to go to.
I don't even care about the price point. I think the price has dropped enough where it's kind of a value.
Dude, I think it's a value, but
loaded.
I think it's a value. But I'm talking about to be able to afford
one of the best wizard modes, all the best toys, one of the most beautiful
but I'm not saying a
pinball machine that wives actually like.
But that is very true.
It's the number one pinball wife machine of all time.
Very much so.
We can take a survey and be heavy-handed.
But I'm not arguing about the price point because of the value. I'm talking about the price point of a pin that you could just play every now and then because it's frustrating or you just don't know what's going on. Kind of like The Hobbit. You know, The Hobbit's such a long ball time. You don't want to mess with it. You put a game on it, you're done with it for a while. It's got to be a price point where it can sit.
I own this at the same time as I owned Iron Maiden. So it hadn't been too long ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't turn it on. I played Iron Maiden that much more than this. And Star Wars Premium.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of hurt it for me.
I probably like it a little more than you. But again, I want to...
It just pisses me off. It's a pin that pisses me off because there's so much fun to do. I just don't feel like I ever get to it. Not because I'm not a great player, because, well, I'm not. But I'm good enough that I shouldn't be brutally beaten every single time I play it.
I agree. I very much agree. Ugh. It's frustrating. It's just frustrating.
It is super frustrating because I want to get into that game, but I can never sink my teeth into it.
Yeah.
Because the lack of control.
I can
display and animations, our boy, JP to win.
Yeah.
A's.
Yeah, we sort of talked about that, covered some of that in music.
It's not as good as their
Hobbit
or Dialed In. And I like the...
Is it as good as Pirates?
Because it has assets, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with Wizard of Oz, here's the glaring problem. Whenever they show the witch, they don't have the assets of the witch. Mm-hmm. So they like photoshopped a head in different facial, and it doesn't match up all the time.
Yeah.
That's my biggest pet peeve when I'm playing and I'm trying to defeat her. I see her facial expressions, and they don't match up to the body.
Yes.
That's a little loose. It's a little sloppy.
Yeah.
So that's why I couldn't go A+.
Attention to it.
I did. It bugs the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So animations, JP to win. Jersey Jack animations, they're the best.
I agree.
They are not even close.
They encompass the film better than anyone else.
They're first, second, and third.
Easily better than anyone else.
So when this machine came out, all the tough and gruff Pinside guys said, "Theme shit. Theme's poop.
Oh.
That's a woman thing."
Yeah.
That's how they sounded too. I imagine.
No.
That's how they sound. People hate the theme. People continue to hate this theme. They do. They do. People do not like this theme. They're more masculine and tough than that, Greg.
See, I think that I just think it's a classic. I think it's an American classic. Like you grew up before you had cable and everything else. And this was one of those Friday night movies or something that would come on ABC or something. You know what I'm saying? It was like Ten Commandments.
We didn't have much to pick from in the late 80s, did we?
No. It was literally like what movies come on TV like that unless you rented a video. Like this was movie night.
Yeah.
A lot of times. It came on at least once a year.
Absolutely.
So you sort of looked forward to it.
Yeah. It's hard. When this film is on, it's hard not to watch it.
I think so too. I don't think it's girly. I don't think it's demasculine at all. I think it's classic. It's classic. It's a great story.
Yeah.
I
gave it an A.
Very well done.
I gave it an A.
It's
one of my favorite themes in pinball. It's not an A+ because it's not in that top 10 category for me. But
because it's not a theme that's close to my heart. Yeah. But it's a very good theme.
Nothing is more nostalgic.
And look at the generations that movie spans.
My kids watch it.
Yes. Yes.
And my grandparents watched it.
Yes.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous.
When people say, why would you pick that theme to start a pinball company? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. The staying power of that.
Yes.
Like
Absolutely. I think Jack knocked it out of the park. Now, he got the redemption license to it first, and that's why he even thought about going into pinball. But did you know?
No, I did not know that. That's nice.
Yeah, he did the push thing, the redemption. So he had the license, and I think it included pinball or something, from what I know. So I think it was a stellar, and they keep selling.
I do too.
Games.
Because it's like you said, it appeals to that older pinball generation, which at that point I feel made up quite a bit of the pinball community. Yeah. Still does. Yeah. But a lot more of people our age and stuff have come into the pinball community, even younger. And I think it even appeals to a lot of them.
Yeah, the female demographic as well.
Yes.
Our girly girls out there. Yes. They like
and my mom loves it. It's her favorite game.
Yeah.
Like, it's the only game she wants to play. Like Zanzibar pulled it out recently, and she's like, I don't even want to go.
Our buddy Schmitty.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz is his favorite pinball machine ever made.
Yeah.
So it spans so many people.
I agree. 100%.
Enjoyability. How enjoyable is this to you, this game?
I enjoy it, but again,
you ranked it pretty high.
It beats me so bad that I sometimes walk away. I'm not mad at it.
I am.
I just walk away just not very satisfied. Disappointed is more of it. It's more of a disappointment.
Oh, don't do that.
Because
my parents always say, listen, Zach, I'm not mad. I'm I'm disappointed in you. And that always
like Ghostbusters, I'm mad.
I'd rather be mad at me. Whoop my ass and be done
This
with
I'm disappointed because it's so beautiful and it's laid out so neat and everything that we talked about. But
so much disappointed he still gave it a B+.
Yeah, because it's still just like
it's fun.
It's like
it's pretty.
It's like the girlfriend berated you in high school.
Careful.
But you're still just like, I love you because you're so pretty.
We know how you were in high school with your girls.
They didn't want me.
Oh.
Disappointment.
I was quite popular in high school.
I was not at all.
Have the tables have turned.
I was popular. I know. It's kind of true.
Getting a dose of my old high school.
Welcome to my world.
Enjoyability, I'm going to B-. Like I said, when I own
that's pretty high too, though. Honestly.
When I play it, it's for the code. When I leave it off, it's for the gameplay.
Yeah, I could see that. I can agree with that.
It's okay. It's like Hobbit for me. I'll go back and dabble every once in a while.
That's exactly what I was saying. That's the price point it needs to be at, so they can just set. But I'm not fiscally as well off as some people. So a lot of people be like, "Well, it just sits in my game room. I'm good." And I'm like, "Yeah, you bastard."
If I could afford just to let it sit and be on.
Yeah.
Without an early run and worry about them light boards being on too long.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic.
So when we composite and accumulate all of these together, we both ended up at a B+.
Yeah.
I think that is a solid score for a solid pinball machine. You're at a 3.66. I'm at a 3.55. It is the lowest of my rated Jersey Jack pinball machines. It is your second highest right below Dialed In.
Yeah. And so I will own one. At some point.
You will. I can see you.
Definitely, because I just want that
standard.
Quite possibly. I really wish I'd have bought the one that you had, because that was the strongest flipper, best playing Waz.
That thing played like it was brand new.
I had ever
And that was an early run Emerald.
Yeah, it was...
You'd be fixing some light boards.
Yeah, that was the only thing that worried me.
But it didn't have any issues
as
of yet.
No, yeah. I should have probably
And the guy who bought it from me, he hasn't told me that there's been any light
that thing played. It was the best playing Waz I'd ever played. I wish I'd have jumped on it, honestly.
I will agree on that.
But quantity over quantity.
So pros and cons. So I think the pros is the code.
Yes.
The beauty of it.
Yes.
It being built like a monster tank.
Yes.
Right. The cons is the gameplay.
The way it shoots.
Yes. And if you guys want this is a very favorable pin for if you have people over. They love this pin.
They do.
Even if it kicks their butt, they love it because it's pinball.
It's on free play.
They know. It's on free play. Yeah, the cons is just... I'm not even going to say the price is the con. Because I think it's well worth this money.
I do.
This thing is loaded.
I really do.
I think it's gameplay. That's and maybe code confusion at times. Code
confusion hurts me more than the way it shoots, honestly.
Yeah. Now, before we log off, anything else you want to add to Wizard of Oz review here?
No, I have nothing.
I'm so surprised you have nothing. Couple of shout outs. One of the coolest stories we got in the recent weeks is we had a guy buy a t-shirt, and I'll for confidentiality reasons I'll not say his name, but bought a t-shirt. He said, I was looking so forward to this t-shirt. I spent my money, sent you guys the money, got this t-shirt, and I still haven't wore it. And we're like, what do you mean you haven't wore it? Then he sends us a picture of his wife with the biggest smile in the world wearing this shirt.
She stole it.
This shirt, Sdtm shirt, in front of his pinball machines. And he was like, damn it, she stole my shirt. It was so soft, and she stole it, so I got to buy another one. So he ordered another one.
Ah, that's so awesome.
How awesome was that?
So great.
I love seeing that. And then our buddy Adam Webster from Australia. Adam, we chat back and forth, and he sent me a picture of us on his big screen. It was so cool seeing us.
Oh, on his theater?
Yeah, on the silver screen, like a big screen. That looks good, man. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, we got into something where he was saying like his dog was sleeping. I was like, oh, my family, our videos have the same effect on my family as that. And then he was like, not on my wife though, because he said, every time I'm playing a video, she always screams, I hate his voice. But it's my voice.
You know, Chelsea does the same thing.
She hates your voice?
No, she hates my voice, but she hates your voice too.
Oh, no.
Like every time she's like, will you just shut that off? I hate hearing his damn voice. Because like now that you guys got the podcast too, because I'm listening to it in the shower and everything else, so it's like everywhere she goes. And then
jeez,
like,
man,
we're
tough
on the
crowd.
And I think it's mainly because she's like, I just think it's because I hear it so damn much when you're not watching the show.
I would like to think it's because everybody hears my voice so much.
Because it's not a bad voice at all.
The pinball wives of the world hate this sultry voice.
It's just we're on the phone too much.
Especially the Aussie wives, I guess.
Maybe he binge watched us or something, and she just got tired of it. I don't know. Which I would think of all people, my voice would be the weird voice with the weird inflection to it.
You have more of a an accent.
That's what I'm saying. So I would figure mine would be a little more repetitive and hated.
He said that she's an Americanist. He's like, maybe she's an Americanist.
That's fantastic.
We still love you, but
yeah, I like it.
Damn, Miss Webster, bringing the heat.
Get him, girl.
And then also, before we leave, I want to give a shout out to Christian Zernick. I think it was Zernick. Thank you, Christian. He sported the Sdtm t-shirt at the premiere of Fallen Kingdom.
Whoop, whoop.
When he went to see it, he said it would only be right to wear the Sdtm logo or the shirt.
I love you, man. It's so awesome.
Yeah. So
completely
Christian,
awesome.
Thanks so much. So where do these people need to check us out, Greg?
Facebook. We have a lot of good dealings. I do
Facebook.
love Facebook. There's a lot of good dealings on Facebook, man.
We go back and forth. We have fun on Facebook.
We go back and forth.
It's kind of like the behind the scenes. You know, I'm taking pictures of hot dogs with ketchup. You're posting videos of defeating the Emperor on Star Wars.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things that are not YouTube worthy. That's not long enough, or things that we can do. Like we go to an arcade or different stuff ourselves. We're on vacation. Anything else that's on there, you get to see.
Yeah.
Like I said, the hot dog stuff. People just get on there and chat. We got people like Christian. Posted pictures. Like his.
Yeah. Post your pictures, guys. We want to see you guys in your Sdtm swag.
Yeah.
Or we want to see
arcades in your neighborhood.
Yeah, your pinball tournament group people or your league night group.
Exactly.
Throwing up the Sdtm.
It's like we've said before. It's the one-stop shop for everything pinball, because we're usually one of the first people to hear from Stern or JJP, so we share all that because one of us is always on
This
Facebook
Week in
or
Pinball,
something.
fun with bonus updates.
Exactly, all those guys.
Everything.
So we post those as soon as we see them, which is usually again pretty quick. So
share our videos as well.
Yeah,
that would be very nice. Rate us if you guys are listening via podcast right now. You're missing out on our beautiful faces, but take the time to at least rate us a 5 stars so that we can jump up in those standings.
And subscribe to us on YouTube. We are
Mr. 2,000 subscriber
We
here.
should be there by now, hopefully, but if we're not,
into the 1800s.
Get us there.
We need a little boost.
A little more.
Maybe your mom will subscribe.
Get all her friends. Anybody, get your mama's friends, your daddy's friends, sister's friends.
Get your mama's friends.
Subscribe.
And then also on Twitch, Chuck Wirt with his awesome,
killing it
setup
with the Northern Kentucky Pinball Tournament.
Yeah, so check that out as well. And then, you know what we haven't told people? We've got a nice little Pinside thread that I think is the strongest pinball media personality thread on there, because it's basically a forum within a forum, a discussion within a discussion.
Very much so.
We have our usual people, SDTM fans, and our friends that come on there, and we have discussions, and we chat, and we talk about the videos, we talk about different events that are coming out.
Yeah.
So join us as part of the SDTM team on the pin side thread.
Yes.
Straight down the middle.
Yes.
And until next week, I don't know what we're doing next week. What are we doing next week? It'll be something
we'll
fun.
Always leave it up for a surprise.
Yeah, it'll be something fun. Well, because we don't know.
Yeah, that's very true.
We love you guys. Until next week, see you later.
You hit it off with the bumper, now straight down the middle again. You had a fling with a slingshot, you're rolling out the outlet again. I tried to cradle you with my flipper, it was all in vain. Baby, baby, baby.
Ah! Do I normally not do that? Yeah, I always do that.
No, they've been furry, though. They got more to pull.
I guess it's Quentin that I always did the middle. I did the middle on you. Oh, well.
So you done for today? I got some money,